What is up, guys? Dragonball Black here, and today I have a theory for you. And this is a theory connecting Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super on something that we really never got a response for or an explanation for, and that is, what is the Frieza Force by getting why are they selling planets? Who are they selling planets to? Why are they doing this? So I've learned a lot of things on Reddit and stuff like that and online talking about this, and a lot of people are coming up with different things, such as, oh, they're selling it to people so they can repopulate the planet, selling it to other empires so they can have another planet to their fold, selling it to some sort of other race that uses the planet, like actually uses it just for its resources. I got another one because Frieza and King Cold and Cooler are all just bored, and that's the reason that they're doing this. I have a different theory, because I can really wipe out all these other theories, honestly, with just Frieza and the way he is, and the way the Frieza Force has been. And them selling planets to people to repopulate them and use their resources, I don't see the thought of them just selling planets, honestly, the Frieza Force selling planets to other species, sounds, it's not in line with the character of the Frieza Force. The Frieza Force is essentially bad guys, and so is Frieza, and I don't see him just selling planets to people a lost civilization to repopulate it. Say they lost their own homeworld, or a couple of civilizations needing a planet just for the resources on that planet. I just don't see that happening. I don't see Frieza, even if he's making a profit, I don't see him being a good guy like that, especially since he can just conquer these planets and take the resources for himself, make himself rich that way, and take their technology and make their technology rich that way. I don't see it. I don't also see Frieza selling planets to another empire, because as he stated many times in the anime, in the manga, he is wanting to be the ruler of the universe. He proclaims to be, they have the greatest empire in the universe, the greatest force in the universe, the greatest, the most powerful warrior in the universe. Like, for him to share that space in Universe 7 with another empire or another force that's just as strong, or maybe less strong, but maybe has a lot of money, and then selling them planets to make them stronger, I just don't see that. I don't buy it. And then for Frieza, the Frieza being bored, and the family being bored, the Cold family being bored, and just doing this because of boredom, I don't see it either, because, I mean, what would be the point? I mean, what would be also the point of getting the Dragon Balls and making himself immortal so he can just be, more, so he can just keep doing this mundane job and because he's more bored? To keep himself being bored longer. I don't understand it. So here's my theory on why, and from the title you guys should already know where the direction I'm going for. Beerus is getting these planets. I mean, not Beerus. There you go. I threw it out there. Frieza is getting these planets and giving them to Beerus, or selling them to Beerus, essentially. Maybe he's saying selling. He's told his force selling because he doesn't want them to know about Beerus, but he's actually giving the planets to Beerus himself. And you might be asking, what? That doesn't make any sense. Why would he do such a thing? Okay, so here's my explanation why I think so. Number one, I covered a video about this, a theory talking about one of my first videos, talking about how Frieza is trained to be a god of destruction, and everything went in line with him. Beerus telling him to destroy planet Vegeta, and him going through, essentially, having dealings with Frieza, and for him to try to wish himself to be immortal like Frieza, like Beerus, and Whis and all that. So I went through that, but here's a different take on this. So he's selling planets to Beerus because Beerus has a quota of planets to destroy. Hear me out. Okay, so Beerus himself, right before the events of, or during the events of the Saiyan Saga and Buu Saga, all that, he's been asleep for, I think it was like 40 years or something like that. He's been asleep for a very long time. And so he takes frequent cat naps. He seems to be extremely lazy, like a cat, and really just when he goes out of his way and tries to do his job, but doesn't seem like he really wants to do his job, and he's just doing it. He's getting food, and that's essentially his whole thing. He's lazy. He wants to get food. The only time we really see him blow up a planet is, he destroyed Zamasu, yes. But the only time we ever seen him blow a planet up in Dragon Ball Super that I can think of right now off the top of my head, correct me if I'm wrong, is when he destroys the planet in the very beginning when they gave him the greasy dessert. He destroys half the planet, leaves the other half. Very compassionate for a god, and then he doesn't destroy Earth. We've been told that he has destroyed King Kai's planet, but not entirely. He destroyed it and made it smaller, essentially. So he's not a very good destroyer god. He doesn't go around like Majin Buu or Kid Buu destroying planets willy-nilly. He seems extremely lazy. And so we also get this from the sense of Whis trying to recruit other people to be gods of destruction. And Beerus says, oh, you're not gunning for the job of god of destruction. He says that multiple times to Goku, which I feel like the series is going in that direction. Maybe where Goku maybe offered the job as god of destruction or something along those lines. I don't know. That's a different theory for a different day. And the way that you become god of destruction, I always thought that these gods were created, the angels were created by Zeno. But now that we've gotten another universe, we have looks like somebody from Beerus' race. It looks like you're appointed to that position, just like Beerus is afraid of Goku being appointed over him in certain aspects. So he must have some sort of way of keeping the Zeno pleased, essentially, and doing his job. And he has to destroy planets. But how does somebody destroy planets when not only doesn't seem to be very, very evil in the sense of destroying planets just for fun. He's extremely lazy, and all he wants to do is eat and sleep. So how do you destroy planets? Well, here I don't really have any real explanation in this video on why he asked Frieza to destroy planet Vegeta. It could be many number of reasons. We do know that he knew, Vegeta, King Vegeta, at some point. Beerus did. So it could be that he was going to sleep, and he's like, you know what, I'm going to sleep. I can't be bothered with destroying the planet. You go ahead and destroy that planet. Maybe something so simple along those lines. And so we have Beerus being extremely lazy. That just kind of pushes my argument that he's extremely lazy. So here's what I think is going on. I think that Frieza is collecting these planets for Beerus, destroying all life on it, doing all the dirty work, quote unquote dirty work, right? And Beerus, yes, of course, he wakes up, he destroys a certain amount, maybe 1 or 2 planets, maybe the quota is really high that he needs to get every year or something like that. And so he destroys 1 or 2 planets, maybe half a planet here, half a planet there, whatever the case might be. But since he sleeps all the time and does this and that, he has Frieza, who it's canon that he's got a relationship with him. It almost seems like a business relationship with him. He's got Frieza getting planets for him, destroying all the life on the planet, then selling the planet essentially, or giving the planets to Beerus when Beerus wakes up, so Beerus can come and destroy the actual planet, and then I would assume that Whis has a record of the planets that he destroyed. He gives it to maybe the Grand Priest, and then the Grand Priest gives it to Zeno to look after, or maybe the Grand Priest is the one calling the shots, and he looks after it like, oh, you destroyed a lot of planets, good job. There is, some holes in this. This is just a theory. One of the main ones I can think of is why. He was upset when he found out Frieza was dead at first, so his main guy for destroying planets is gone. But when Frieza came back and attacked Goku in Golden Frieza form, he didn't seem very interested in Frieza at all, and he didn't seem very interested in stopping or intervening in the fight. I would assume if Frieza's doing all the work for him, then he would want Frieza to live and not get killed by Goku or Vegeta. But again, maybe he's actually gonna be a destroyer god and be more active with his job because of the fact that he's awake now, and he's got Goku, and he's hanging out with Goku and Vegeta, and so he's like, I'll just be awake, I'll destroy a couple planets, and then once I'll worry about in a couple hundred years whether I want to have somebody do the same kind of deal that Frieza was doing with him. So Anyway, that's just a theory. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, what you guys think of this theory. Does it hold up? Is it full of holes? Let me know. Drop me a like if you like my channel, as always. Thank you so much for watching. This is going to be Dragon Ball Black signing off.